All right, so here we go. Mori with a breakdown on the Sneako situation, man. Getting rocked over
All
there.
right, guys. So the drama surrounding Sneako is kind of crazy, and it's wild because technically Sneako could have potentially lost his life if the attacker really wanted to, instead of hitting him with his fist, hit him with a, pointy object. I just gotta say, man, it seems like in this day and age, being an IRL streamer without security is coming to an end. Anyway, here's the video right
Yeah, dude, it's like crazy, man. You can walk
here. It's
around
kinda
and just get
crazy.
Put
rocked.
your life force into a sock. Yeah, you deserve to be publicly executed. Yes.
Ooh.
I don't know what he just said. Something about execution.
What are we talking about?
But here it comes, guys.
You.
Boom.
Oh,
Yep.
dang.
There it is.
What the?
Hey bro, hey bro, hey bro.
I just gotta say, especially considering my last video about Marlon being pressed in the UK with his girl outside at 1 a.m. in London, if you're a well-known creator, influencer, and or public
Where is the security, man? That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying the whole time. Why do these guys not walk around with security? I'd be securityed up, bro. I'd be out there looking like the president, man. Like, come on.
who can afford security, please just have security, bro. There's no reason to be out here in this day and age. Literal lunatics running amok who can't control their emotions, who love violence, will take a shot at you. Next time, it might not be somebody's arm or fist. It might be a pointy bladed object right into your artery. And of course, guys, I don't support this whatsoever. People killing, shooting, stabbing people over words, it's just crazy to me. Like, I get it. People are emotional and listen, a lot of people are primal and animalistic and can't control themselves. I get it. And if you're a creator, you should know the risks. All it takes is one person. You could have 99% of the population who are willing to debate with you civilly, but all it takes is that one lunatic, that one unhinged fuck to take a shot at you, as we all know. And here's a screenshot. They said Sneako got an iron chin, so straight to his jaw. So
and this dude looks like he literally just woke up and put a beanie on. Like, he just has PJ pants, a Dr. Pepper shirt, and just threw a beanie on and said, all right, I saw him on stream. He's streaming right now. Let me go ahead and get some action, bro. Like,
straight to his chin. Apparently, he also, after getting attacked, got his tooth chipped. So hit, tooth chipped, and then he got hacked. Like, I don't know, 3 things happened all at once. It's, a series of unfortunate events for this guy. Then here we had a fellow creator, Tectone, came out and said, no matter how you feel about Sneako, I'm not going to celebrate a streamer getting assaulted. Glad he's okay. F that P word who sucker punched him. Here we
see, that's my main thing. Like, it's like, I can disagree with your viewpoints. I don't care about that, because everybody's going to have their own opinions on major issues. So I could care less if I agree with your viewpoints or not. Like, that's not going to change mine. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see this happen to anybody. I don't want people to be walking around trying to go get food like Marlon was, and you got somebody harassing you, or you're walking down the street and you get sucker punched like Sneako did, just because you have a platform and you're a big influencer. Like, it's not right. It's not right. And you shouldn't have to go out there and have security, but it comes to a point to where that's the smart thing to do. Just you got to do it. It's for your safety.
You have your rage reacting to the situation here, saying this.
Probably hit him like, the
yeah. Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's in disbelief because this... Guys, you gotta realize, as a creator, this is why I've been paranoid for years, bro. Like, not only because of my privacy, and I don't want people being weird and looking up my entire life, but also because I understand people like this. Given the commentary that I make, some of my opinions may be controversial, and some people may not like this stuff. Imagine if my face was out there, I was an IRL streamer, and I'm in downtown, in a big city. Like, anything could happen, bro. I could become a target, and then, I could potentially lose my life. It's happened many times before, not only with creators, but also with, singers and pop stars and, anything within those particular categories where people can become fixated on either you as a persona or your opinions that they may or may not agree with. Here we have Los Pollos. He came out saying he doesn't feel bad after Sneako got attacked. And of course, this is his opinion on this.
You got to expect that when you say the shit you do for the years and years of you going online, like, you should at least have security or something, bro.
Exactly.
Security, minimum.
Bro, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and like feel bad.
Like, this is another point right here. All right. Now you can look at Speed. Generally loved by the world, goes to internationally. Every single country he steps in gets love from majority of the fans that are there. Okay? He still walks around with security, even though he is loved. Sneako is the polar opposite. He does not have a loving fan base. Well, he has a strong community, but the majority of the world does not like the rhetoric that he speaks. Okay? So you gotta if this dude, everybody loves him and he has security, why the heck why don't you have it? Like, what are we doing, man?
Sneako has personally attacked me, bro. Like, personally.
So they had beef?
He has multiple times.
Okay.
So like, why would I sit here and like act like I care, bro? I don't care.
This dude and his dad are hilarious
Go
though.
look, bro, look at his Twitter. I don't know. Fucking look it up. Or clips.
So they have personal beef. Clearly he's biased. Personally, me, I don't know. It depends on how deep the beef is, but I just cannot celebrate a streamer or a creator getting attacked like this, because that may be me one day. Like, you know, I'm not trying to set myself up for that type of bad karma. Here we have another reaction from one of the biggest creators in the world, if not
Big
probably
dog
the biggest
Asmon.
right now, Asmongold. He came out saying this.
Wow, I don't care. I deserve for being retarded all the time? Nope. Nope. Anybody doing this needs to get locked up.
Yeah.
We don't want to live in a world where you hear something that makes you mad on the internet and then you go and you punch somebody because it made you mad.
Facts.
You can't.
Exactly.
We can't live in a world like that.
Nope.
Like, you can say it's staged or whatever. I mean, I don't know if it was staged or not. I mean, I have no idea. I mean,
Some people actually do believe it's staged. Apparently at this point in time, I don't know. Most people believe it's real. I'm inclined on believing that it's probably 60%.
Honestly, I'm a small creator and I got my first hate comment for a video I made about Asmongold. And it's just because I said that he makes good content. I did not say I agree with everything the man says, because I don't. But at the end of the day, if somebody creates good content, you can respect that they make good content. They have a big following. People resonate with what they're saying. They know how to control the space that they're in. He's one of the biggest content creators on the globe, okay? It's not like a facade. It's not some made up thing to where, you know, people should be mad that you acknowledge something like that. But it comes down to the same thing. Now think about just me saying that created a hate comment. So think about if I was in the position, in the amount of eyes that are on Asmongold or on me, and I was speaking the way he speaks. Think about it. These people can't go out and enjoy the world like regular people can. It just doesn't happen. You know?
And real, maybe the rest 40% fake. I don't know. You can see scrubbing
I
through
don't
the
know.
video.
I mean, I don't know why you would think that it was staged. I mean, there's nothing about this that really looks staged at all to me about it.
The reason for why people think it's staged is because Sneako has staged being attacked in the past before. I know a lot of people forget about this stuff, but I've been doing this for years. I've covered so many topics. This is something that he's actually done. So, you know, there may be the boy who cried wolf effect happening right now. As you can see here, creator Nick White exposes Sneako getting jumped yesterday in NYC by analyzing his history of scripting content and comparing it to the latest viral claims. Of course, that is his own opinion. Sneako has done this before, so I mean, there's always room for possibility, right?
Next day, July 28th, 2022. Did Sneako get jumped or is this fake makeup?
I quit.
So you can see here.
I go in the subway one time.
Okay, look at his face. Do you see all this? Now let's go. This is what happened when he got home later or the next day. You could see 2022.
To be fair, I believe Sneako said this was specifically for a movie role. He then acted like he got jumped, posted it to his socials to get, you know, go viral. And I don't know if he actually cleared this up or if people found out on his behalf and just spreaded the word, but you know. Yeah. Okay.
He's wiping the makeup off. He took off a scar.
Okay. There we go.
He's making fun of people for getting manipulated by content, because any streamer can lie about anything. So he faked getting jumped and fooled the internet.
Right. So, you know, Sneako back then used to run a whole bunch of social experiments. He used to, you know, poke and prodded at the psychology of viewers, right? So that was his thing. And now some people are now theorizing that we all know he faked that in order to pull a rug pull while pretending he was hacked. Oldest trick in crypto. Another person said the false intuition Nick believes he has is off the charts. This is very obviously not scripted. Another person said, so the chipped tooth, it didn't happen. I believe Sneako already chipped his tooth in another incident like last year. Something happened, he got into a fight, or maybe he hit, I remember vaguely, but he already had a chipped tooth. So, you know, him getting a hit again in the face, right in the chin, only probably just fractured that veneer or tooth again. But again, guys, I don't want to live in a world where I have an opinion, X opinion about Y thing, and then, you know, certain people, Z group or community wants to come and kill me.
Like, think about if that dude had, like, you know, murderous intent. It could have been totally different. It could have been totally different, and that's why, you know, it's so dangerous. Like, look at that. He walked straight up to him, cocked all the way back. Think about if he had a weapon in his hand. But Mori always puts up good content. I'm not going to wait till the end of the video to say this. Make sure y'all like. I'm going to leave a description. We'll leave his information down below of this video, so make sure y'all go over there and show him some love too.
Like, that's ridiculous, you know. Here's XQC's opinion on the entire situation.
I don't care what anybody says. You don't attack them, especially from what they say. Buddy, buddy, if you justify violence for what somebody says, then you justify all the other dog shit that people do.
Literally,
that's god awful. Like,
exactly.
What a joke. What is wrong with you?
I want people to realize that anybody can find anything offensive. Literally, we live in the most culturally and politically divided we've ever been in. Some people believe in 2A, some people don't. Some people believe in, you know, the terminations of quote unquote fetuses. Some people don't. Some people believe in taxpayer funded universal basic income. Some people don't. So these are like heavy topics, heavy hitters that people are fractured upon. And I don't think any side should be assaulted or jumped or assassinated for
definitely
having
not
differing opinions. It's just ridiculous.
Definitely
right? Sneako has
not.
his opinions. I have my opinions. XUC, Asmongo, Hassan Abi, H3, Ethan Klein. You know, all these different streamers who are either commentators, political commentators, pop culture commentators, all have their opinions, and we can all agree to disagree. Do any of us deserve to be hit, jumped, or killed for any of our beliefs or perspectives? I don't think so at all, because that is a very, very dangerous, slippery slope, and I know there are people in my audience who will disagree with that. But even if you disagree with me, I don't think you should be in harm's way for your opinions of disagreeing with me. You see how that works? You know, unless a creator is out here literally causing like harm and like actual terrorism, like forming militias and killing people, you know, is responsible for the deaths of people outside of extreme situations like that. And I don't even think any platform would platform a creator like that. They would be banned to oblivion. They could not exist on any modern platform if they were inciting terrorism, aside from, you know, that one, you know, his name shall not be called on this channel. He has way too much power on Twitch. Here we have another creator, Lacey, streamer. He said this.
Bro, I don't care if you dislike him as a person, if you dislike him as a streamer, if you disagree with his opinion, if you hate him, if you don't like the things he says. Bro, this is sad. Like, this is scary, bro.
It is scary.
Yeah.
Like, first thing that comes to my mind is like, if you want to punch someone in the face, at least square up with them. Don't just walk up and sucker punch someone while they're looking at their phone. At least square up.
It's not, they don't want 1v1s, bro. They don't want a fair one. They want to actually cause harm, unsuspecting harm to the creator or public influencer that they don't like. That's like what it is. They don't care how it happens. You know, and someone said in the comment section, Marlon, you know, a model, got jumped to for his views on Palestine. Apparently, Lacey remembers someone should remind Jason. Apparently, Jason the Ween had an opinion on this.
Damn! What the?
It's like,
what does Sneako do?
Yeah. So he clearly is not mad about this.
Yo! Yo!
Crazy.
Who put a bounty on Sneako?
What the?
Hey bro.
Listen, all I'll say is, if you are a political commentator or someone who espouses controversial takes, who has a lot of people who hate them, right? So this would be a.
If I do go out dolo, as an IRL content creator, and I only have my cameraman with me, and he sees somebody coming up like that, I need him to snap into action immediately, all right? Because I already told my boy, like, hey, you're going to be the cameraman when we get there. When we get there, you're going to be the cameraman that's going around and traveling with me everywhere. So if I am in a situation where I'm like, okay, I don't need security for this, I'm just like walking down the street to, you know, maybe go to like a 7-Eleven or something, like going, like walking down the street to get something from like the general store and coming back to my house or whatever. I need the cameraman to do more than just scream, whoa, 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 whoa. I need him to jump in there and get this dude off of me if I'm in a compromised position. Like, and I'm not saying that the cameraman could have done anything in this situation. I'm just saying what I want my guy to do. All right. Don't want y'all to get it confused here.
Sanabi, or let's say an Asmongold because they represent different political spectrums, or let's say a Sneako because he's very controversial, or a Myron Gaines, right from the Fresh and Fit podcast. You need to have security at all times. I'm sorry, you're too big, you're too famous, and too many people hate you. Even at this point in time, Clavicular runs with security 24/7. He's taking no chances. And guys, of course, I don't like, these are all different creators. We all have different opinions and perspectives on everything. You know, Muslim Sneako is, right, and he believes in aspects of Islam, and that faith I don't believe in. Clavicular does his own thing. Asman does his own thing. Hassan Abi does his own thing, right? They all but do I think if I saw a video of them, any of them getting attacked like this in this manner Sneako did, I would not be celebrating. I'm sorry, because I understand that it could happen to me too. Whether you guys believe it's deserved or not, I'm mainly concerned about the slippery slope, because once we let this slide and we start cheering for this, oh my God, this is only going to embolden other people to do the same against people that they don't like. And when that happens, well, that's when all hell breaks loose.
And that was the end of that video right there. Again, like I said, awesome content from Mori. He always pops out bangers. Make sure that y'all go over there, show his channel some love, and I will see all of y'all in the next one.